Hey guys, so something different. This is actually a really cool website. It's called noclip.website. And basically it's pretty small right now, but you can go through and look at certain games and just kind of take the camera in places where, you're not gonna find it. You're not find camera angles or stuff like that. I know there is a boundary break on here on YouTube, but if you just kind of want to do it yourself, so we're doing Ocarina of Time, of course, because why not? And we're here where it all starts, where everything starts in Kokiri Forest. They have all the actors and objects where they're supposed to be, for the most part. Um, you can go through here. We actually slow down camera. Go through here. You even get this little area, which at first I thought it was going to be completely separate, like its own little map. But nope. Turns out it is. See, this is what I mean. Um, but go over here and you get your chest. You get the Kokiri sword, and then you're off to on your adventure there. Got the gossip stone. You crawl in there, and it gives you hints on what you should do. Um, Low res type things going on there, and you can pause it and see the water's moving. Then pause, moving, pause, moving. Pause. You get the idea. Um, so and then there's up here. There's I believe rupees, but yeah. When you kind of go up and look at the area, this is a Kokiri forest. A little less forest. There's more Kokiri here than forest. You can see the trees are just kind of smoke and mirrors to give it the illusion of, because obviously you're never supposed to go this high anyway. So when you're walking around and you see, this is what you see, you know, and you're like, oh, okay, it's a forest. Um, you see the Daegu tree peeking up over there, and you go over this way and you get the Dekababas right over here, all up and ready for you. They're like, feed me. Get some textural problems over here. Now, I remember back in the day, there were like websites talking about like rumors and stuff. And one of the rumors was that there was a secret opening in the back of the Deku tree, but you could only activate it after going through, wouldn't you guess it, a long, obscure amount of things that to do. You're like, oh, I gotta blow up gossip stones and this and that. I think it might involve Dark Link in Link's house. Um, but basically, stupid crap. There was never a door in the back of the Deku tree. Uh, that was. But since we're talking about rumors, let's go over here. Another big rumor from back in the day. Actually, let me see. Courtyard, Temple of Time outside. Now, Temple of Time in the original, like when they were first showing off the Temple of Time, first off, those little ponds, they weren't there. It was just dirt. And also, these weren't here. There was no fence and there was no um, gossip stones, which meant led people to believe for the longest time that there was actually up. I mean, you could actually go down this path and that there would be something. But no, there really wasn't anything behind there. Um, I think they just covered up for the fact that you had this long path that essentially led to nothing. So it's like, okay, well, we don't want the players going, wasting time going down here. So they put up the fence, and I guess they felt like maybe the fence wasn't good enough, so they put gossip stones out here. But if you look in the original trailers, those weren't there, and there was no fence or gossip stones here, and you were just able to possibly go along the path, only to find a wall. Um, I would love to show it on the N64 version, but unfortunately there is no um, Temple of Time outside model for the N64 version. Let's see. Ooh, N64, Ocarina of Time. Go to Hyrule Castle, and you get Temple of Time Interior. So there's nothing for Temple of Time. I mean, you have some cool unused stuff, um, but yeah, there's no Temple of Time, unfortunately. So, but yeah, those ponds weren't there, and there was a path that led down that way, but they just are like, well, there's no reason for them to go back there. So there's that. Uh, Haunted Wasteland. This is another one. I've talked about this before. Um, so as you can see, all the actors are in place for the most part. It looks different because normally you come here and there's like of a whole sandstorm being whipped up. But you get your insta death right here. And then you would follow these. Then you could go this way, which led to this giant pit, and it had the flying carpet salesman, and he had bomb shoes for, was it 200 rupees or something? But it's a complete waste of time. Complete waste. If you had bombs, that's really all you needed. But then you'd follow these, and you would eventually get to the little shrine, tomb, whatever you want to call it, right here. Now, back in the day, you would look over this way and play the Song of Storms, and the lightning would strike, and you see that little bit light up. This little bit right here. And because it looked so far away, and because of the shape of it, it came out as a triangle. So people were thinking, oh God, there's some hidden pyramid in the desert. It must be the Pyramid of Power or something that, this unused area. But no, this is all it was. It was the texture for the wall. And it looked like it was far off, but in fact, if the storm didn't stop you, you jump down, and I mean, depending how fast, it would take maybe 20 seconds to get over here. And this is all it was. It's just a texture. It was just a texture of the main wall for the wasteland here. And if you don't believe, I mean, I've shown it in my videos. And if you have Ocarina of Time, go over here. Speed of here. Go over here. Stand on the platform. So stand on the platform so you're looking that way, and then turn, and then play the Song of Storms. The lightning will strike, and you'll see this light up of a pyramid shape. That's all it is. It's just a texture. Um, People were kind of disappointed, but I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And I really wish they had utilized this more, because look how much is actually there that you never really get to see. Apparently, the beta version of the desert was so much bigger. Uh, my next favorite part, the Desert Colossus. So, simple tricks that these guys use in order to make things look full. So, you got little, what you think ruins here of like some kind of rocks and ruins, like something was built there. You want to know what they actually are? They're actually just tombstones flipped upside down. You can see they've got two right there. There's one right there. So you see this thing sticking up and you go under. It's just a family tombstone. You get another one over here. Um, Is it like, yeah, right there. It's weird because you don't really even see anything from up here, but there's one underneath. This one classic. You play the Song of Storms. This fills up with water, and you get fairies out of it. Um, there's the grotto right there. I love how the rock's right there, even though it's a silver rock and it's a lot bigger and it's covering the thing up. Now this one is cool because it shows where the object spawn uh, area is. So when you come out here, you come out and there's nothing there. You get ready to go back in, and then chest just drops. Of course, when you're there and you look up, there's nothing there because it's invisible. It's not there yet. That's just where the spawn point is. You step out there, which triggers it, and then the cutscene happens, and finally it appears and drops down to where it's supposed to. So, you know, like I said, you're not going to find it out in the open. If you go there and look, you're not going to find it. Also, the goddess of the sand, I think is amazing. Um, I remember seeing because I always loved the whole Egyptian style, which is kind of like what they're going with uh, in the original. And then when I saw this all higher res, I was like, oh my god, that's so amazing. Like, I would love to see an actual NPC like that. Maybe in a newer Zelda game. But the goddess of the sand, who is revered by the Gerudo, who are all female. So she is clearly someone of great importance. People were saying that it's one of the golden goddesses. Some people say it's just someone that the Gerudo women look up to. Like there was some kind of being, and they look up to her. But we see this goddess of the sand not just here, but we also see her in Twilight Princess. So she's clearly very important to the Gerudo. Um, and also, at first, people thought this meant something. You had the Triforce with the wings, meaning, oh god, it's in the sky. You have to fly there. Which, when you think about it, with Skyward Sword, it was in the sky first. That's the Golden Lands, the Sacred Realm, or whatever you want to call it. The Golden Lands, the land beyond sight where the sky shines gold, not blue. Um, at first, Skyloft was kind of like the original place of the Triforce, and then all that shit happened. But yeah. So I guess it ties in kind of. Spirit Temple, and for some reason, Nibiru's model is kind of wonky. Um, Wait for it to. They probably just see it better in Chamber of Sages. Come on. All right, so we've got it, and we got Nibiru here, but like I don't know what's going on with her mouth. She's got like double lips. She's like so it's like her frowny face is mixed with her smiley face, and it's weird. Impa it's got like 10 fingers on one hand, so she's holding her hand like this, but there's like double for each one, so she's got like 10 fingers on one hand. It's crazy. Um, Now this one is really cool. Let's see. I think it's crumbling outside. No, that's not the crumbling. Ganon's tower crumbling. I think it might be this one. No, yes, tower outside. Come on. Ganon's castle outside. I'm looking, it's actually pretty cool looking. Is it? Yeah, the lava's working. It's actually a 3D model. I mean, kind of. No, the front of it's 3D. Like, it's not really a. I mean, it's kind of textures. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much textures, but little smoke and mirrors to make it look like a full 3D model, which is pretty cool. Like in the last boss, Ganondorf, which is really cool because you really don't get to get a good up close and personal of him. But you got Ganondorf. Actually, he kind of looks. Uh, I don't know. Something just seemed off about him. Never mind. Yeah, so you're pretty much around this height. Oh, you can see with Ganondorf too. Look at him. He's got extra fingers. He's got his fist clenched and then open like that. Got like Wolverine fingers going on. But yeah, it's really cool because you never get to get an up close and personal with these models. He's a big guy. He's like 8 feet tall. Final battle against Ganondorf or Ganon. Now this is really cool because same thing. You never get to see this up close because you're fighting, and if you try to take the time to admire him, you're gonna die. But here is Ganon in all his glory. His little cute little pig snout, just um, got his glowy tail because you gotta know where to hit. Um, Normally you're like this size, and you're rolling between his legs. But I mean, just how cool is that? You know, and the lighting is a lot different right now, so that way you can see um, it's an entirety in the whole entirety of him. Because normally, even during the game, it was really bad during Ocarina of Time on N64. The lighting was really really bad. Like it was really fucking dark. And some people were like, "I'm having trouble beating the guy because I can't see anything." Um, for 3DS, they looked like they fixed the lighting, but then even then, it was still dark enough to where you couldn't really admire him. But it's just, I mean, I love seeing stuff like this. Um, where's the tower? There's Endorf Death. This is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, I think this is it. Speed it up. Yeah, here we are. All right, so you'll see Zelda right up here, right? It's all the spawn points. So I think you saw her before too. So she spawns right there, and then if you go over here, look down, because when you come out here, where is she? She's right there. We'll go down. Um, and I think there's another area with her. I think there's like 3, 4 Zeldas out here. Here, yeah, there's one. Yeah, down there. There's one, two, three up. One, three up here. Three, uh, four. So there's like 4 Zeldas, and they're not actually. I mean, they're showing where the spawn points are. Like I said, you'll come out here and she'll already be there. Because as soon as you come out, pops her into where she's supposed to be. But this is just showing where she's located. And I think that's really cool. Um, Also, is that supposed to be Lon Lon Ranch? It looks like it's supposed to be Lon Lon Ranch. Yeah, because this would be. Yeah, this leads out to the castle town. So yeah, that's Lon Lon Ranch right there. That's funny. And then you have the mountains over here. Just little smoke and mirrors to make the game look a lot more full than what it really is. I love stuff like that. Uh, Master Quest, Desert Colossus. Let's see, the fishing pond. Oh wait, actually, Lakeside Laboratory. No, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, people start wondering why this dude has a shark. I mean, sharks are saltwater creatures, and the lake is a clear, freshwater source. So, wh- where is he? Where's the shark? Where did it? Where did it come from? Why is he keeping it here? Um, Now, I mean, who's to say that it's not a saltwater tank? Um, but why does he have it here? why does why is there just a random shark? I understand game designers put stuff in for reasons to look cool, but then they have to try to explain why it's there, like canonically in the story, in that universe. Why does this man have a shark in his laboratory at the bottom of his of the tank? And why is it just not allowed to swim around? It's just behind the bars. Um, does that have Skulltula? Now, I thought it would have a Skulltula where it's supposed to be, because all the rupees are where they're supposed to be. But yeah, it was always one of those things like, why does he have a shark, a fishing pond, which again was a huge source of rumors between the Hylie and Loach, which was actually real, um, to this, the water fountain, where the over here they said that if you did a certain amount of things, you'd be able to use your bombs over here and blow it up, and to get another part of the fountain, another part of the you know fishing pond that was kind of like this, but it was a little bigger. But obviously just rumors. Let's see here. What was another good place? Oh, I know. Goron City. So back not too long ago, we got um the Giga leaks and leaks like that for Ocarina of Time that showed the beta, the Dongo's Cavern, and the beta Goron City, and different ways, different way to get there. Um, so hey, it's Darunia. Does it have it in here? Yeah, they still have it in this one. So if you look up, you have this big opening. What was the opening for? Well, according to the beta of this was originally going to be an entrance where you come in, not come in, but basically after you beat whatever, you come in. Apparently, after you beat, I think it might have been Dodongo's Cavern. How in the final version you get warped outside, and Darunia thanks you there. Well, it's very possible that this is where you were going to come in, because wouldn't you know, it's in Darunia's room. So people were thinking that after you beat Dodongo's Cavern, this was actually where you came in. And you would see yourself falling, probably like right here. Um, and you'd fall in and be like, "Oh, thank you, brother, and here, take this. It's dangerous to go alone." But he was the one who thanks you in the final version, and had him outside. But in here, it looks like you just kind of dropped into his room and talked to him in his room, which makes more sense, in my opinion. Make way more sense than to warp outside and have him already standing out there waiting for you. Because you know, let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this part is really actually cool because as a child, you're not going to see any of it, but if you go through here, but if you close your eyes, there's actually an entire hallway. You're not going to see any of this because you're a kid and you can't even get close to get close enough to these windows to see anything because of the guards. But yet there's an entire hallway that's been modeled. I mean, I think it's crazy how, like, really, if you come out here, imagine you're Kid Link. So, go back over here. So you're probably around uh, this height. So, yeah, you look over and you just see a window. You just see a window. There's no way for you to really see anything inside of said window. And yet, there's an entire, you know, hallway that is included in this area. Now, same thing when it comes to courtyard, more smoke and mirrors. All right, so first we've got over here. I think right over here is the only part you see because of the cutscene where Ganondorf is the king. Also, you see that. All right, so it's weird because these guys they look like they're 3D models, right? Like they look pretty 3D, like they're models. Bum 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 bum. Dun, dun, dun. They're not really 3D. They're like half of models. As you can see, they're just. I think it's crazy. We got Zelda looking all worried. She's like, "Oh God, Ganondorf." I'm Ganondorf right now. I'm coming for you, kid. Little princess will be mine. Now over here, this was the Mario room. It had pictures of Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Princess Peach. But here, they did something different, which is kind of weird. Dun 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 dun. Um, kind of weird, but as I was talking about with Impa, or as you saw with Ganondorf, he's making a fist, so she's like this. She's got her hand out like that. Um, it's just awkward looking. But what are you gonna do? Lots of pots. Now this one's pretty cool because it shows once again the tricks that people, you know, creators use. So you can see out here they have part of Hyrule Field, mainly the parts that you're gonna see from the window. So if you go back in here, I wish it would just stay at the speed that I want it to be. Each time I change, it just speeds up again. So you're gonna see lots of pots, but you're able to look outside of these windows, and you're able to see them from different points of views. Oh, there we go. That's more adult Link. Um, and you can kind of move around, and you'll see different parts. Like over here, you're like, oh yeah, I can see that. I can see Russia from my house. So, and then you go outside and you realize that's just a tiny portion. Um, Devs use this all the time. World of Warcraft, if you go out of bounds in World of Warcraft, you'll see the exact same thing. They'll cut out a portion of an area just so that, when it gives off the illusion that you're actually in the world and you're not zoned out. Um, Hyrule Field. Pretty cool. Things are where they're supposed to be. You also see where the the grottos are located. There's one over there, which has a sculptula. One right there. The one over there, I think, is a fairy fountain. Like you just go in, there's the fairies, not an actual play music, and get a fairy, uh, great fairy, which is a regular fairy fountain. There's a tree that's supposed to be here, and that is the one with the textite, and the one with, I think it's a heart piece underwater. Go over here to Gerudo Valley. There's the one over here. It's surrounded by a circle of rocks, and same thing. I think this is. Can't remember if it was at. I think it was bombable walls. There was a sculpture down here. There's the owl. A lot of pea hats. Pea hats. Um, the grotto right there with the Daegu scrub, and just other grottos. But it's cool because over here, go through, and they actually have some. Because I think when you're zoning in, you can actually kind of see some of this. So they've got just a small fragment, and it's just the main island part. This would have the tree and everything. This is supposed to be the bridge, and you would walk over, and then there's a little tombstone with the bird, and then you would look over this way, and you would see the laboratory house and stuff like that. But obviously they didn't add all of that because you're not going to see all of that. They just add what you're going to see. So as soon as I don't remember where it starts to zone you in and fade out. You start to walk around here, and then it kind of, yeah, like right here, it starts to zone out and kind of go to white or black. So yeah, you're going to see that little portion right there. But obviously there's more games, and I don't really feel like making this an hour video. We're already at 30 minutes. But so I'll probably do separate videos for like Majora's Mask, but they've got um Majora's Mask on here, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, great one to do. They've got Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 2, Skyward Sword, Katamari Damacy, Katamari Damacy, Grand Theft Auto 3, which I think is hilarious. Half-Life, Portal, Team Fortress, Donkey Kong 64. Oh, Melee was a pretty interesting one. But let's end someplace. Where is it? Let's see where it's. There we go. Let's listen in on their discussions, shall we? Holy crap! Got Naburu again over there with her 4 lips. You can see what I'm talking about. She's got her bottom lip right there, but then her other bottom lip right there. What about Ipa? Does she still have her extra fingers? Yeah. Yeah, we still got extra fingers. What about Darunia? Anything wrong with him? Wait, does he have extra hands too? No, looks like his hands are fine. What about you, Saria? You got anything weird going on? No, nothing for Saria. What about you, Rudo? You're a fish person, so surely something must be up. Nope, she looks normal. So why is it that those two have like extra appendages? Along with Ganondorf, of course. But yeah, the Chamber of Sages, one of the most mysterious places in the game. Because no one really knows where it is, no one knows what it's here for, no one knows. I mean, when I back in the day, people didn't know what it was for. Nowadays, we know that's, there's really nothing more than just this. But people thought there, oh yeah, there was more than this. Like it's the Chamber of Temple of Light. I mean, Rauru is the guardian of light of the Light Temple. So it's like, okay, well, where's the Light Temple? Clearly, this is not just a Light Temple. Then we saw in Twilight Princess, we got to go to the Light Temple essentially. In the Temple of Time, how we went up through the window. It's kind of like a light temple. The light medallion insignia was all over the place. So one would assume that was the light temple. Because you get to the light temple by going through the Temple of Time. But yeah, there's nothing more than this, unfortunately. Had if there had been a light temple, it was taken out and everything about it was removed. Um, who knows? It could pop up someday. We've been people have been finding stuff about the beta all over the place um, for the past couple of years. Um, Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of it was wiped out, which is unfortunate because we would have loved to have a full comprehensive view of the entire beta process. But it makes sense. I mean, you have a cartridge that only has so much space on it. You have assets, but then you improve assets, so you have to get rid of stuff, and that stuff will get deleted. So, just the fact that we've been able to find stuff from Space World 97 is incredible. The fact that, you know, data from then has survived until this point, and we're able to see these beta maps and the beta story and all this content. It's just a treat for not only gaming fanatics and fans, but people who are fans of this game. I mean, because I'm pretty sure everyone here has always saw a picture, have seen pictures of the beta version, and been like, oh my god, I want to play that version. I guarantee you, there's not one person who's played Zelda Ocarina of Time who hasn't seen these beta version pictures and been like, man, I want to play that. I've never heard anyone say otherwise. They all say the same thing. They're like, I would have loved to see what the game was like then, because the combat system looked a little different. The areas obviously looked different. The fact that you can imbue your bow with all the elements. You had a shadow bow arrow, you had a forest arrow, whatever they were called at that time. You were able to use medallions to perform spells, kind of like Link to the Past. You had your Quake medallion and your Bombos medallion. The medallions did specific things. I think the Spirit medallion or one of them allowed you to see through Navi's eyes and command Navi for a short time. Fly around as Navi. It was so different, and people wanted to see it. So being able to see all that and put it back in, hell, they have a project going on where they're restoring all that shit, um, because we have so much to work with now, and it's fucking crazy. But yeah, so I just want to give you guys a little glimpse. Like I said, if you do want to do it yourself, I'll just leave the link below. But it's pretty cool. Hopefully they add more games because clearly there are so many games where you can boundary break. I would love to see like Animal Crossing on here. I would love to see um what other games? A lot of Mario games. They got Mario Sunshine on here, which I'll do eventually. But yeah. So I thought you guys would enjoy this, and you can look for yourself and do a little bit more of a thorough investigation. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for me. Thumbs up, thumbs down, come subscribe, all that great stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.